Welcome to the third and final stream about Age of Triumph, which is scheduled to be the very last live event in Destiny 1. Today, we're going to be talking to you about the rewards that you will earn, about delving back into some of the biggest challenges that you faced across 3 years of adventure in Destiny. Ian McIntosh.
Yes.
And Josh Amrick.
Oh, hi.
So the first thing we're going to take a look at is this concept for the Vault of Glass armor set.
Yes.
Check that out. Who's the artist on that?
This painting was done by Ryan Demita, and as you can see, it's a beautiful Vex armor set. And the idea is that as you've gone through and raided the Vault of Glass several times, your Guardian has gone back in and taken trophies and created this new armor set out of it. So what I love about this set is you're more Vexified than ever, and it's got those beautiful blue glowing accents all over the place. Glowing cape.
It's a cloak, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Cloak, yes.
Josh is very sensitive about his hunter terminology.
Yes, I understand.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's beautiful.
And then we'll certainly talk about the weapons. We can see dueling Fatebringers here. But before we do that, let's...
Oh yeah, check out that Warlock. So on the back, you'll see those glowing tentacles from off of a harpy.
Mm-hmm.
Just love that. And if you check out the legs, if you glance down, you'll notice the whole legs, well, from the knee down, have been replaced with Vex pieces. So there's really no foot inside there. It's just Vexified feet, which would be a fun challenge, I think, for cosplayers.
Without any personal harm inflicted, hopefully.
Yes. Don't hurt yourselves.
No, please do not hurt yourselves in the interest of cosplay. And then finally, we have our friend, the Titan.
I love this Titan armor. I'm a little biased because I created this set, but I think the highlight is definitely the shield on the back of the armor there, which is just ornamental. It doesn't actually give you any perks, but still looks really badass.
Well, and that's why we fight in certain instances. I want to look like a badass. So these are the ornaments that we are applying to the new armor that's dropping in the raid. If you're playing the new 390 raids, you're going to receive drops that will bring you up to max light. And it is my understanding that from the challenge modes, when these raids are the weekly featured activities, you will get the ornament tokens, and you can spend those tokens to apply these specific ornaments.
Yes. You can use the same tokens on all of the sets, so it's not specific for each one. Mm-hmm. If you earn it in one area, you can use that token on any armor set you like.
So if Crota's End is the weekly featured raid activity and I earn ornament tokens, but I really love this armor set and I have these drops, I can apply that to this and complete my Vault of Glass Master Raider ornamental armor set.
You will notice that Deej has the standard issue Fatebringer coated in sweet bronze material and looking ever classy. But our friendly hunter here has an adept version.
An elemental primary, if you will.
That's correct. So what we did is we took the idea that we did Forever Go and Trials of Osiris. So there are two different versions of each of the raid primaries.
Okay.
In this case, Fatebringer. And there is an adept version that is also an exotic. And so if you would like Fatebringer to show up with its arc damage from year 1, then what you can do is run the exotic version during those arc burns when you know you're going to want it, and you will be ready to go. However, if you want to run with it just in PvP, then you might wish to apply the legendary version of the standard Fatebringer at max light level that you've gotten from your hard work during the raid, and then run with it and maybe some other exotic instead. And so, but you can use your exotic slot to get those primary elemental damages back.
So that's not a Fatebringer ornament, that is an exotic Fatebringer.
That is exactly right.
Redesigned, redeployed.
An exotic, adept Fatebringer.
Okay.
And that's what it looks like.
Here we go, the Vex Mythoclast.
The Mythoclast, yeah, so, you know, from day one, it was a troublemaker, as it were.
Just a tear, yeah. I remember If you brought this into the Crucible when it was first being earned, you were the only person having fun in a Rumble match.
Everyone loved you and everyone hated you.
Everyone admired you, but you were universally loathed. Let's hear it in action again. Let's hear it in action in all of its glory. Oh,
it's got an ornament that you can apply to the exotic mythic class and can re-earn it in the updated raid. But yeah, generally same mythic class, super high damage potential in close range, little squirrely at range. But super deadly.
Have you made any changes to how it works essentially in the sandbox?
No, not recently. So if you have a mythic class, you kind of know how it works. I will say that one of the things about balance in general is that you don't have to touch everything to get a change, right? You can touch everything around an object and get changes. And so mythic class being a fast-firing fusion rifle sitting basically in an AR-like position, because of changes made to other weapons in primaries, I think it's worthwhile, and it will be worth pulling back out, and people will be able to have some fun with it.
These are the new champions of the Vault of Glass. We thank you for strutting your stuff. You are dismissed. Cast a handsome-looking bow and disappear into the ether.
Nice.
Yes. Farewell, and see you again soon. All right. So up next, Ian.
Yes.
We're going to take a look at a concept for the armor that you will earn
in Crota's End.
In Crota's End.
Yes.
So let's take a look at this. Who's the artist on this?
The artist was Dima Goryanov. And when I first saw this concept art, it just blew my mind.
They're just bristling. Check them out.
Yeah. I mean, you can see them from a distance, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. These
and
guys
when you
are
get close,
targets on themselves in the Crucible.
Yeah. Notice how the energy is just flowing out of them, and it's just a constant wave of bright light. Definitely like my favorite set overall, I think, and the Warlock in particular, very nice.
Cool. Talk to me about how else this energy impacts the game experience.
So yes, we did something really special here, and what we did is, if you get damaged, then you'll notice what happens is that glowing Crota energy rebounds and protects you for a split second.
This will only hurt for a second, my friend.
And then, as you recover, it grows back out.
That's so cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun coming up with that. And of course, you've got the floating rocks there too, which is just like the cherry on top.
All right. Of course, we're gonna have tons of fun with this on all the characters, so you can see. Really cool looking.
Yeah, I never get tired of that.
This just looks like some sort of exotic dinosaur from Jurassic Park or something like that.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of making the Titan for this one.
Wow, really cool. Really cool. And the floating rocks almost seem to become aggravated.
They do, yeah. When you're damaged, they shake around a little bit as they try to recover, and then they get into a stable state and chill out a little bit.
Sir, you have no horns, sir! Get behind me, get behind me!
No horns on my X.
There's no horns, no horns on my X. I'm absolute, I have no horns.
So we've chosen to leave Spindle and Black Hammer, never to be heard or seen again, was lost, I'm afraid, into Crota. So for those of you wondering where it is, that's the God's honest truth. Too good to bring back. So get your Spindle and have fun with that instead. But on happier terms, if you go past the Oversoul Edict and go all the way down to the Titan, I believe what you will find in his hands will make people happy, which is the Necrochasm. Oh. So what we've done this time around is, one, it has an ornament that can be applied to it, but it also previously had an effect. It's an assault rifle, as many of you know, and if you got a precision kill with it, the guys would explode and deal damage to those around them. But assault rifles, turns out, harder to land precision hits when you need them than you may think. So now we've updated the Necrochasm, so when you get a kill with Necrochasm, any kill, the victim will explode, dealing damage around them. And so this should be a much more potent and devastating weapon. ARs have also gotten a boost in general, and so are more potent. We can talk about the details of that a little bit later on. But just so you know, Necrochasm, real good.
And Ian, we're going to take a look at our next concept. So you're showing us a lot of the work that different people at Bungie have done. Recently on the blog, you were kind enough to take us through the creative process that you share with your entire team about how we created the Iron Lord mutants, the mutant Iron Lords that we face at the end of Rise of Iron.
Yes.
Similarly, talk to us about some of the people that you worked with to bring this new concept to life for the armor ornaments for King's Fall.
So the concept artist that did this painting is Ryan Gitter. And it's the same kind of principle as the Crota set. You've got your Crota, or not your Crota, your Hive Energy in your armor. And this time it's blue instead of green, which is a little more restrained. So for the players, especially the PvP guys, they don't want a big arrow pointed at them the entire time. Here I am. This is a more restrained, but still really cool look.
This is good for your elegant, formal evening gatherings.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So
let's cheese
return
and wine tasting.
Some cheese and wine tasting, exactly. This is your perfect getup for that. So I can see the armor effects here. This energy is just pouring through these cracks.
Yeah. And the kind of visual language that we went for is, imagine, kind of like molten lava within, although it's Crota or Hive Energy, and then the shell is more cool and just more glassy. But when the energy is too intense, it cracks through, and then you see it spilling out. And this also behaves in the same fashion where if you get damaged, then
lights
out. It reacts to that. So
energy retracts and then returns.
Exactly.
I mean, you no harm. I come in peace. Check that out. Really cool. Really cool.
Yes.
And last but not least, Mr. Hunter.
Yeah. I think the Hunter might be my favorite on this set.
That's because it's a Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I actually created this one.
Zoli's Bane here is a fine example. So what we've done is hand cannons, we've brought back the range just a hair. I know chat's got to be blowing up right now. Just a hair, I promise. It's about 3 meters. That's it. It's not much. It's just to take the teeth off of some of the more potent hand cannons out there. And with the AR change, I feel like it's going to put the primaries in a better state of balance in general. We have made, for both this raid and Wrath of the Machine, King's Fall and Wrath of the Machine, we have made elemental, exotic, adept versions of their primary weapons. So those do exist. They look fantastic.
For every raid now.
They all have them.
Okay.
That's right. Yep.
And you can get the legendary drops if you're playing the 390 raid whenever you want to, when you find it in the director after they debut as the featured activity. But it is the weekly featured activity where you're going to get your adept exotic drops.
The challenges give you a chance at getting those drops.
You're going to get your tokens for those armor ornaments.
Or ornaments, yep. And then a chance for a drop for the exotic adepts.
So you just pivoted to Wrath of the Machine. Let's take a look at this concept, Ian.
Yes, so this concept was done by James Crowley, who's actually the visual effects artist that created this armor set. Now this set, I would say, has the most special effects of any armor that we've ever created for Destiny. Really cool set. And it's got a lot of nice little subtle things too. Not only have you got the stuff coming off of the armor, but then you've got those digital lights kind of flickering around on the interior of the set.
Yeah, it's just coursing over the entire skin.
Yes, just crawling with energy. And then inside you can see just the power source within peeking through where it's starting to open up.
Neat. All right, so talk to me about these guns.
Yeah, so actually our friend Hunter there in the middle is holding a Genesis chain. We teased this earlier. This is now the point in the show where I was intended to talk about AR.
You scooped yourself.
I did. But
so auto rifles.
Let's get specific. So what we've done is ARs now. So back in 2502, we made hand cannons fall off dramatically. Like we lowered the damage, the max percentage of damage at maximum range that they can hit, which put them in a much better place. And then with the recent update, that's better now. But the ARs, we've taken the opposite route. So this time I bumped the maximum amount of damage that they fall off to. So they get a decent extension of range across all ranges. Really, they just deal a little bit more damage, and I think it will give them the teeth they need to pull them up where they need to be. We got them real close last time, but the data shows they're just not quite there yet, and so do the voices from the community. This one, I believe they will react very positively to, and I hope that they only remember that and not that we nerfed hand cannons in any way.
Just a touch. You said just a touch.
It is a
You
very
just pulled
small
in
touch.
the range. You didn't nerf it. You
That's
just
right.
pulled in the range.
That's right.
They're still badass.
Corralled them, if you will.
They're still a good close quarters stand and deliver weapon.
And still my favorite weapon.
It's still your favorite personal weapon, so that should tell you something. You're a sort of gunslinger actual. Let's take a look at our last concept, Ian.
Last and final set.
Last and final concept for the Age of Triumph armor actually comes from the new box that we've created for this event.
Yeah, this is a quick paint over done by the art director Shikai Wang.
Just to clear up, we're adding chroma to this armor, and that's how those icons shine through?
Yes, exactly. So this is the only chroma set for this release.
Okay. Let's bring them out. Let's bring out the Guardians of the Age of Triumph.
Yes.
Just beautiful. So, in the interest of presentation, in the interest of fashion, we've used all white chroma today. But obviously, if you have stores of chroma, as I do, in your inventory, any color will work here. So let your imagination run wild as to what colors you would apply to this armor.
And the class items, all three of them, are pretty rare. We haven't released many chroma class items in the past, so this is your chance to get something to fill out your set, whatever it happens to be.
And how do they earn those class items?
The class items exclusively are gotten through the quest.
The quest that you obtain from the speaker.
And then a little further down, you've got a Lord of Wolves,
Yep.
also ornamented. Sweet shotgun action.
Looking nasty. Looking like a Kell of Kells right now.
And then all the way at the end, we
Oh,
have...
my baby.
Yeah, so
Look at that.
Suros has always been our Italian car company of weapon manufacturers.
Of course.
And this kind of celebrates that. So we've got the gold and black.
Definitely the color palette you would expect from any self-respecting Suros weapon.
Exactly.
Looking mean, looking great.
So Arc Hunters and those touched, I will say, by the recent health regen changes, purposeful or not, will be happy to hear that many of those changes are rolled back, including Ward of Dawncast. Again, this is on the blog if you want to go get the details. Service Regime rolled back. But there are things that kept the change. Red Death, Lifesteal on Warlocks, Hungering Blade. But that change has gotten buffed. You get a lot more damage per kill now.
Okay.
It's generally just a better use, so it will keep you alive better, longer, happier.
Better,
stronger.
longer,
Faster,
happier, stronger,
stronger.
faster.
And Blink as well got a buff in that we kept the changes where your HUD goes away for a little while, but I rolled that back a hair so it doesn't last as long. And we've removed the recovery nerfs that were included on the node. So when you chose Blink before, your recovery would just be pushed down.
Okay.
That is no longer necessary, we feel, and we've pulled that off.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about it. So then Truth, got a lot of people who were angry at me.
Always tell the truth.
Yeah. Truth, we pulled a rocket from it's now a single rocket, so you fire it, you have to reload it every time.
Yeah.
Very mad, very mad.
Very mad.
So I do think it's the right thing to do for the weapon.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call, but as a show of faith, an act of faith, if you will, we have put a rocket back in your maximum inventory, so you can carry more in your pants. And then we've also pushed it to the fastest rocket launcher reload available. So you do have to reload it. But
So you're a man of principle and compromise.
Exactly.
It's a difficult thing.
Well, it's a balancing act.
Yes, exactly.
And then, so we've made changes to No Land Beyond, which I believe you can see here.
There you
Also newly ornamented.
Newly ornamented No Land Beyond.
So sweet digital camo now available for your No Lands.
Okay.
The thing is, with the No Land, maybe you want to aim at a bad guy and they could shoot you in the face without killing you.
There you go. Okay.
There you
okay,
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
So a lot of kick, right?
Yeah,
A lot of kick. So No Land now acts more like a traditional sniper rifle. If you can get the shots on unsuspecting folk, you will probably going to clean up. If they see you and begin to react to you, you may want to change weapons and or just bail out of that situation. Okay. Oh, look at you.
Now I got a sidearm, so I'm part of the problem.
Look at this guy.
I want to interrupt you for a second.
Yes.
We are talking about sidearms, but now that I've made a kill...
Oh, look at your scory.
I have activated my Scories artifact.
That's right.
Hey, I want to apologize for what just happened there. Thanks for coming back.
So Scory, so let's switch to that real quick. So Scory has been changed so that now it runs for a minute if you have gotten a kill while your super is full.
Yeah.
And it will wear off. So in trials, instead of camping, in general, just like it's not the greatest thing for us when we see like, hey, we made a thing, and now everybody just sort of sits around for 3 minutes while they cook their supers with it. Like, wasn't quite what people wanted.
Yeah.
And so now it's a little more active. You get a kill while your super's full. That thing kicks off, starts charging your super for all your friends, and works for another minute.
Gotcha.
In PvP, it would be easy to keep those kills coming. Basically, Scory should never turn off. In PvP, especially trials,
yes,
mostly trials. That is a much harder thing to do, and at least means that you're playing the game if you want to burn your super up.
Yeah.
So.
And we are playing Mayhem, for those of you in chat who are wondering why my super is recharging so quickly. So as my super recharges, we're not going to be camping in the back to share super energy with my friends. But not what you think. I mean you no harm. I apologize in advance. Part of the problem. Now that I've made a kill,
Scory's working.
Scory's working.
Yep. And between rounds and trials, that will also disable it, right? Okay. Because it's basically as if you died and came back, and so every round you'll need a kill to kick off Scory.
Okay. So relative to being part of the problem with sidearms, talk to me about, I interrupted you.
Yeah,
you were on the path of talking about how this sidearm in my hand was about to change. Okay.
So you had, I believe you had 12 in the magazine and 8 in your pocket. And now you are going to come back with just 12. So you come back with 1 magazine's full every time when you are respawned, when you die and respawn.
Yep.
And so it's, in theory, it's enough that you want to, you'll have some in your pocket, keep you safe while you head for a special crate. But it is likely not enough. Hopefully it is not enough to just run around without ever having to think about special. So now...
Nice.
That's right. So this is one thing, we haven't talked about it. We've purposely kind of kept it as a semi-surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
The PvP guys made this change for us, and I think all of us are super happy with it. So the idea now is that special crates work just like heavy crates. When you pick them up, it will instantly reload the weapon in your hands. And I think that, in combination with the sidearm, I think that's I'm hoping that's our magic bullet to fix the special problem.
I get it. I get what you did there. The magic bullet that goes right into your gun. Tuesday is your opportunity to play these things, to dive back into your old favorite raids, to add interesting ornament. God, why?
You're so close.
I was so close. Ornaments to your armaments.
That's right.
Add interesting ornaments to your favorite armor, to your favorite weapons. Dress up, get fabulous. Show us why you love Destiny. This is our victory lap. This is the culmination of our Destiny 1 adventure. We're looking forward to having you join the party, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the tower. Thanks so much to Ian McIntosh and Josh Hamrick for creating amazing art and making good decisions about how it should work when we're aiming it at each other. Thanks to our Guardians who paraded their stuff through the scene today.
Thank you, Guardians.
Thank you, Guardians. I'm Deej. It's always my pleasure to host. Thank you so much for showing up and adding your conversation to the chat. We will see you Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time when we deploy Age of Triumph to a console near you.